Hello and welcome to this video for Dungeon War. This is a new game by me, Martin Knight, the designer of D100 Dungeon, and what we've got is a small boxed game that's available from the Game Crafter. I'll put all the links in the bottom of the video in the description, but the purpose of this video is really to just take a look at the contents. It's going to be a bit of a preview and an unboxing video. So this is available, like I say, from the Game Crafter. When it's shipped to you, it will come with some components outside of the box, and this is because we can't fit this big sheet of printed components into this small boxed game. I didn't want to increase the box size, adding more expense to the game for the consumer, you guys, because it's not necessary. There's enough room in this box to place all of these components in. It was just unfortunate that these sections couldn't be contained within the box when it's shipped. So that's something to bear in mind. When you order it, you will get this separate sheet come with it, but I guarantee everything's going to fit in the box, and we'll take a look at that in a moment. Okay, so like I say, this is available from the Game Crafter. I'll read the description on the back. It's called Dungeon War. Dungeon War is a game for 1 to 4 players set in an expanding dungeon. Each player controls a group of heroes searching for treasure and a band of monsters to attack their opponents. The winner of the game is the player who has accumulated the most treasure at the end of the game. Okay, so it's for 1 to 4 players. It will play typically for an hour and a half, and most people aged 12 plus will be able to handle the complexity of the rules. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll start unboxing it and taking a look at what's inside. So I'll peel back the cellophane. And we'll take a look inside. Okay, so this is something new that the Game Crafter have been doing to reduce the amount of plastic that they use, because everything's wrapped in these brown paper now. So first of all, let's take a look at what's in here. Okay, so we've got the cards, in here. We have some dice. And then in here we have some of the counters, or the vast majority of the counters, and then we have the rule book. Okay, so let's get all that out of the way. And what we'll do is the dice, as you can see, the dice will represent each player in the game, so you mark your pieces with dice. We'll take a look at the token sheets. Okay, so we've got our hero tokens, double-sided, depending on what gender you would like to play. Got the monster tokens, and then we've got some treasure tokens or coin tokens. So there's quite a few of them because you'll be collecting them as you play. And we've got more monsters and heroes, as you can see. And we've got some treasure chest tokens and some door tokens. And there we go. Okay, so there's the tokens there. One thing to point out is that every time you buy from the Game Crafter with these type of components, they do have this disclaimer, and it says the game contains laser cut components. Laser cut items will have a slight amount of soot on and around the edges, which can quickly be wiped off. They will also have a campfire like smell for about a week after being taken out of their bag. So we'll look at that in a little bit, but that's something to be aware of. There's a full component list in the instruction manual, so you'll get the rule book, which is this, 40 dice, 10 of each colour. You will get 72 cards, 54 of them are dungeon cards, 9 spell cards and 9 relic cards, and then there's 80 tokens comprising of 13 hero tokens, 21 monster tokens made up of 7 goblins, 7 orcs, 5 trolls, 2 dragons. There's 4 tokens and 4 chests, which we saw earlier, and we have 38 treasure tokens, which are these in effect gold piece tokens. And then we move on to these ones that are shipped separately, and we'll open them up. What I like about the Gamecraft tokens is that because they are laser cut, despite the small amount of soot that you get, they are very easy to punch out. Some card games, they're not so easy. So we have, these are the dungeon mapping tiles. So as you can see, I think there's 4 sheets. Yeah, 4 sheets. So you've got those, these ones, and these ones. And what we'll do is I'll do a video that will follow this one of setting up a game and also a few rounds of playing a game. Lastly, we'll just take a look at these cards. So let's see what we've got here. I might tear that. Okay, so move them aside. We have got the Dungeon War cards. These are the dungeon cards in green. We have the relic cards in yellow, and we have the spell cards in blue. And like I say, there'll be a video that comes later that goes through all these different components and describes what they do and how they work in the game. So just taking a look at some of the spell cards. There's all different things you can do there, like healing, control, fireballs, summon, speed, clone, some more summon cards. And then we've got some dungeon cards, some spawn cards, so you can spawn some monsters. You can bring in a new hero into the game. You've got your door cards, chest cards, traps, ambush, treasure cards, thieves, potions, spawn. Loads of different things, thief cards that will be added to the game as you play. And then you can find some relics while you're playing. So we've got various relic cards there, like War Axe of Might, that give bonuses to stats and so forth. Okay, so I think I'll lay out some of the components, and I think that about wraps up this video. I'll get all these bits punched and cleaned up. For these sort of tokens, what I tend to do is I punch them, well, first of all I use a tissue and so what I would do is I would gently wipe across the top with a tissue, just to wipe off some of the surface soot. And then I would punch these out. Like I say, they're dead easy to punch, they're really nice. And they're quite nice solid tokens as well. And then I would bunch them up into a stack like this. And then place them in the tissue and just give them a wipe around the edge, just to get rid of some of the soot that's on the edge. And then when you're actually playing with these, you can see that all the soot's really come off. They're quite usable after a quick clean up like that. Okay, so that's pretty much the components all laid out. We've got the rule book that's off camera, and we've got the lid of the game and the bottom box of the game. I'm just going to show packaging up the game. It's all been cleaned up, so packing it away into the game. I'm going to put all the coins, treasures into one bag. These bags aren't supplied, by the way. Put all the monsters into another bag. Like so. I'm going to put the dice in another bag. Okay. I shall put the heroes and these other tokens together. Cards can be placed back into the sleeve that the game crafter supplied. Like so. Bit of a squash, but holds them nicely together. And then these, I'm going to keep these loose in the actual box itself. So take the bottom of the box, and I will probably lay these in the bottom like this. You could bag them up. Just try and even out the stacks in the bottom. And put the cards on top, and then all these other bits in. Finally the rule book on top, and then the lid. And there you have it. So thanks for watching, and take care. Bye for now.